Hey guys, it's JonTaun from Total Brohammer, and today I'll be bringing you a Warhammer 2 quick match as always. Alright, so as you can see, I am the Dark Elves. And for my lord, I've got Malekith here. And he has a standard kit here: Chill Wind, Power of Darkness, Soul Stealer, Gaze of Malice. I also brought Destroyer, of course, which is now an auto-include for me. For my front line, I've got 1, 2, 3 Dreadspheres, 1 Hargneth Executioner, 2 Blackguard of Nagron. I've got a Death Hag on a Blood Cauldron here. I've got 3 Dark Shards, and 1 Witch Elf in the back there. For my opponent, he's got 2 Synagors with great weapons, a front line of 4 Bestigor Herd and 2 Gore Herd. He's got a Gorbel and Morghur the Shadowgave, as well as 1 Cygor and an Ungor Spearman Herd with shields. Alright, so let's kick into gear here. So seeing that he has a Cygor, I'm immediately going to start advancing. And this is why I wanted to show you all this game. Watch what this guy does with his Synagors with great weapons. Also, another note, when you're fighting any faction with artillery, you want to get your archers into thin lines here. And I think in a moment I am going to do that. So I'm trying to use these Dreadspheres to zone him out, but look how fast and nimble he is with these Synagors with great weapons. So he's going to come in here and get a great charge on these Dark Shards. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but then he's going to turn around and come right after these Dark Shards. I'm going to try to get these Blackguard of Nagron on him, but it's going to be no dice. And he's just disrupting my formation so much, and now he's going to pounce on me in the front line. I'm going to completely miss my breath attack here, and he's going to jump right onto these Dark Shards. And I'm going to pull these Dreadspheres out and try to pull these Dark Shards through him, and he's just going to get out of there. So look at my formation, guys. Look at my formation. It's destroyed just by these two guys. Now, they didn't actually do a ton of damage themselves. They did this little bit of damage, this little bit of damage. All the damage to this Dark Shard came from the Cygor. But my formation is completely destroyed, and I'm not getting good engagements here. Alright, so I see these Dark Shards are going to be attached to these Gore Herds. I'm going to pull them back in the moment and get these Dreadspheres to intercept. Going to get my Hargneth Executioners are thankfully on the Gorbel and Morghur the Shadowgave, so that's a good place for them. Seeing that this is the weakest point in my line, I'm going to send my Death Hag over there, and I'm going to get Malekith on his dragon to help out these Blackguard of Nagron. And with his help, these Blackguard of Nagron are able to beat these Bestigor Herd when the Terror Route comes in. Now I'm just throwing in a Chill Wind right here in this big blob here, and he's sending his what's this guy called? Gorbel after my Death Hag, which is exactly what he wants to be doing. I'm just going to try to be pulling this guy into this blob now and just try to stay away from that Gorbel. I have Malekith attacking this big blob of Bestigor Herd, and that's right where he wants to be. Unfortunately, he's just destroyed my formation. I just can't get my archers to do anything because he's just got stuff everywhere. Anyway, let's get back into gear. And as you can see, I'm pulling these guys through this way, pulling these Hargneth Executioners over here because these Synagors are coming for these archers. I'm going to drop the Soul Stealer on Morghur the Shadowgave here. And these Hargneth Executioners are holding off 1, 2 units of Bestigor Herd, as well as this Gorbel, and I'm just trying to keep this Death Hag away from this Gorbel. So I'm trying to get my archers away from these guys who are passing through over my Dreadspheres, but they walk right into these Ungor Spearman Herd. I am going to clash with some Blackguard of Nagron and pull my archers back out this way. Thankfully, we're able to ride off these Gore Herd. I'm going to have these Blackguard of Nagron come back here to try to protect my Dark Shards. And as you see, again, he just pulls away and goes after my archers. It's a great tactic here. So I send Malekith after the Gorbel, and he's able to rout him off, which leaves my Death Hag here to do his business. Unfortunately, he does have the Cygor on him, and I'll be moving that Death Hag pretty soon here. Gonna get a Chill Wind on these guys, as well as a Gaze of Malice. Doesn't really do that much damage, but I'm trying to slow them down to my Hargneth. Well, sorry, I always get those two confused. My Blackguard and Nagron can catch up to him. But unfortunately, they're just too fast. So seeing these guys are so bunched up, I'm going to go ahead and decide to get a Breath Attack. It does a lot of damage to my Dreadspheres, but it does some good damage to them as well. Unfortunately for my opponent, with this Death Hag here, I am just absolutely destroying this front line. But I gotta give kudos to these guys. I have not been able to use my Dark Shards all match. He has done an amazing job, and that's why I wanted to show this game. Just making sure these Dark Shards were completely useless. Despite that, with good use of my Death Hag and my Malekith, cause fear and terror and do really good damage to infantry, I've been able to beat up all his Bestigor Herd, even though his infantry was really superior to mine. So guys, while I'm here, let me go ahead and point out something that was changed with the Witch Elves. Now they don't have a chance to enrage the enemy. Now they give the ability to be enraged. So essentially, if a Witch Elf attacks somebody, then there will be like a feral carnosaur. If they take a lot of damage, they will then go into rampage. So you can only use Witch Elves like in combination with Dark Shards. So get some Witch Elves on a guy, start shooting him with Dark Shards, do a ton of burst damage, and then they'll rampage. But besides that, Witch Elves aren't really that useful anymore. I used to bring like 2 in every build. Now I only bring 1, if any. They're still good units, and I think they're in a much better place. I thought they were a little bit overpowered before. In any case, I got Malekith fighting this Jagger right here, and his army is going to tear out. Now all he's got left are these Chaos Spawn, and they are surrounded by Hargoneth Executioners, which is the last place they want to be. And he did a really good job at fighting my Death Hag with his Orbital, but Malekith came in there and just saved him. And Malekith is at full health, and I got a good unit of Hargoneth Executioners right here. But I gotta say, again, just great job. Look, my Dark Shards did nothing that entire match. It was all up to Malekith in my front line. Thankfully, the Hargoneth Executioners did really well, and the Death Hag and Malekith did really well as well. So Somber BRZ, great plays. Great plays with that Archer Disruption. Your backline play is impeccable. And I hate Senate Wars for that reason. They have perfect vigor as long as their morale is up. So, yeah, they never get tired, so they're always very fast and nimble. But you're just running circles around me. Fortunately for me, I was able to win that front line just by brute forcing it. But a very good game to Somber BRZ. That's gonna be all for this one, guys. This is JonTaun for Total Brohammer, signing out.